Okay, so this is the worksheet that we gave out in class today. We didn't really finish going over, so I wanted to just make a quick video to talk about it and how to use scales in general. So there's a few things going on here that you need to know before we start. And the first one is the keyword perimeter. Perimeter is the distance around the outside of the shape. So there's two ways to find the perimeter. One way is to add up all sides. Some people add up two of the sides because sometimes that's all the information they give you. You need to add up all the sides. The other way to find perimeter is 2L plus 2W. This is specifically for a rectangle. And since this worksheet only deals with the rectangle, that's what you need to know. Because you're doing the length plus the width, which is 2L plus 2W. But really, just add up all the sides of your perimeter. Number one, find the perimeter of the figure below, show your work, write the answer on the line. Okay, find the perimeter, we know how to do that, it's add up all the sides. Well, they only give me two sides, but I know that the sides across from them are the same. That's one of the properties of the rectangle. So 3 plus 4 plus 3 plus 4. So that equals 14. 14 what? What are we measuring in? We're measuring in inches. You need to put the unit. So the perimeter of this rectangle is 14 inches. The other way, perimeter equals 2L plus 2W. So 2 times 4 plus 2 times 3, which is 8 plus 6, which is 14. Same answer. Now, number two. Number two has to do with a scale. Anytime a question involves a scale, you can do the same steps. The first thing is to write down your unit ratio. Look at the scale, so you see the word scale, here's the scale, there's your units. So that's your unit ratio. I like to just go in order, so I'm going to put feet. The second thing to do is use the scale, the two numbers in the scale, as your first fraction, and that'll start off your proportion. So, like I said, there's two ways to do this question. They're asking about the actual perimeter of the rectangle. Now, what they mean by actual is this rectangle is just a scale figure. You want the actual dimensions. You have to use the scale. So, two ways of doing it. One is to find the actual lengths of each side are. So figure out what the length is equal to, figure out what the width is equal to, and then just add up all four sides. Let's do it that way first. So I know that I'm going to use my unit ratio, inches over feet. A lot of you have been writing that down now, which is good, and a lot of you have told me that it helps. Now that I wrote that down, I'm going to fill in the first fraction, 0.5 over 3. That's right from the scale. Equals, make sure you put the equal sign. And then in the other one, I know one of the sides is 4 inches, so let's start there. So the 4 goes on top because it's inches. Inches is on top. And the x goes on the bottom. Cross multiply. 0.5x equals 12. Divide both sides by 0.5. X equals 24 feet. So this side is 24 feet. Now let's do the same thing for the other side. 0.5 over 3, that's the scale, equals 3 over x, because this side is 3 inches. Cross multiply, 0.5x equals 9, divide both sides by 0.5, x equals 18 feet. So now I know this side is 18 feet. So to find the perimeter, add up the four sides, 24 plus 18 plus 24 plus 18 equals 84 feet. Now, the other way I could have done this is to just take the perimeter and use the scale to convert this number right into the perimeter. So the scale is inches to feet. What's the perimeter being measured in? Well, look at that, it's inches. So you can just use it. Since it's inches, you can use it. So 0.5 over 3 equals 14 over x. This is the perimeter from the previous question in inches. Cross multiply, 0.5x equals 42. Divide both sides by 0.5. X equals 8. Okay, next question. Find the area. Area of a rectangle is length times width. Area equals 8 times 6. So my area is 48. What unit? Not inches. Square inches. Inches squared. Because when you do inches times inches, you get square inches. So that's it for that one. Now, for the second part, a lot of you in class did this. You're not allowed to do it. A lot of you tried to set up this proportion. Inches over feet, 0.5 over 30 equals 48 over x. You are not allowed to do this. Here's why. The top of this scale is inches. Your area is not inches anymore. It's inches squared. So you cannot use this scale with the area. You're going to have to do it for each side. Go from there. So 0.5 over 3, that's inches over feet, equals 8 over x. When you cross multiply and solve, you'll end up with x equals 48 feet. Then do it again for the other side. Cross multiply and solve, and you'll get 36 feet. Now you know the two sides, so area equals length times width. Area equals 48 times 36. So some quick calculation in my head. Area equals 1,728 feet squared. So if we would have tried to do 0.5 over 3 equals 48 over x, we would have ended up getting 288, which is incorrect. So you cannot use that. You have to find each side separately. So you have to do this, you have to do this, and then use the area. We'll do a practice problem when we get to class tomorrow. Come with questions, take it.